Hello, my name is Christina Brown, and I'll be presenting Get Out of Your Comfort Zone, the Importance of Building Program Externalization. Buildings currently account for 39% of energy-related carbon dioxide emissions annually. Despite the acceleration of climate change, architecture is increasingly designed as hermetically sealed boxes, requiring increased mechanical conditioning, which in turn further contributes to the greenhouse gas emissions warming up our planet. The idea of universal climate, created by Le Corbusier, was an idea that resonated with generations of architects. At that time, the application was difficult due to technological challenges. But as technology and science continue to develop, we have now successfully achieved our goal of creating enclosed buildings due to a lot of different kinds of innovations and advancements. However, with this newfound ability to produce artificial environments, we have also successfully disassociated ourselves from the natural environment by relying solely on mechanical conditioning, even when we're equally able to open a window or a door. We now treat space as a simple box, internalizing all of our efforts inside, rather than considering what spaces could be outside or externalized to the outdoor environments. In addition to disassociating people from the natural environment, this conventional approach also creates spaces where people disconnect themselves from their communities and each other. The social vibrancy of a community isn't embedded into the architectural design, so a corridor is simply for walking, a lobby is purely to enter the building, and the rooftop is just for mechanical systems. The vibrancy of hearing children playing, people chatting, and birds chirping is all taken away as we build walls around ourselves on all sides. We have internalized ourselves away from our local communities altogether. Especially in the context of the current pandemic, the need for environmental and social connectivity is ever more important. And the negative impacts of our currently internalized designs are even more evident as people suffer from the lack of fresh air, lack of exercise, isolation, and depression. So the challenge is really twofold: the lack of both environmental connectivity and social connectivity. So why are we designing internalized spaces that isolate us from people, weather, and the community around us, as shown on the top left, rather than designing externalized spaces that embrace nature and community like the bottom right? To better understand how to address this issue, intensive case study research and literature review was conducted to explore architecture design approaches existing, and from that, the externalization palette was developed, as shown on the right. The palette seeks to develop a vocabulary and evaluation criteria that can then inform how externalized a space is, and in doing so, help inform us in how to design more externalized architecture. The palette breaks down into environmental connectivity and social connectivity. Environmental connectivity, which is the x-axis, is based on how the space is sealed, how much daylight is available, and what kind of activity takes place in these spaces. Social activity, the y-axis, is based on the social capacity and the ability for interactions that contribute to the development of social capital. From this palette, a series of case study research and evaluation were conducted, which yielded interesting findings regarding the impact of externalization, the climatic implications, and the social implications, and how we can reimagine architectural boundaries to be more flexible and dynamic rather than the fixed condition that is the status quo as of now. With the use of the externalization palette, we can now evaluate and design architecture to be more externalized to embrace nature and community for the sustainability and resiliency of the future. I look forward to answering questions, engaging in discussion, and diving deeper into this topic. Thank you.